Hello, it's me again, and I'm guessing it's been a month since I first started uploading videos about me learning about photography. So, in this video, I am going to show you a few photos that I took with me adjusting either the ISO, the shutter speed, or the aperture, and to show you that I understood the basics. Also going to show you a bit of how I learned to make the bokeh effect. So that's when the front part of the video is clear and the background is blurry. So apparently with a Sony camera, they have this dedicated button here that allows you to uh, create a bokeh effect. So it's more like the software that does it for you, but there's also a way that I found that I was able to make the bokeh effect by just using the, like, I believe it's called an adjustment ring. I'm not sure, I'm just new to this. So that's what's this video about, me learning and showcasing to you what I learned in the first month of dedicating myself into learning how to use a semi-professional camera with manual settings. So right now, this is what I have learned in the past month, learning how to shoot manual. So what I've always been confused about is the aperture and how do I make a bokeh. Bokeh is when the image in front is very clear and the one at the back is blurred. So what it does is that it brings focus on the subject and blurs out the background so that you'd be more focused on the subject. And I have followed many tips online. I have read many great advice from people who follow my channel and who gave me advice on how I learned this one. And so you're supposed to adjust the aperture. So like you have to go to the lowest aperture you have, and that you'd be able to achieve bokeh by putting focus on the subject in front compared to the background. And I read online that with the Sony ZV-E10, you or with the kit lens I have, so this can go down to 3.5, and they said that gives you a decent bokeh, which is like, okay, so I should be able to create this. I should be able to make the bokeh effect. And then I also learned that there's actually a button here that does it for you. So I've been racking my brains for the past month, learning or studying how to make bokeh effect, and there was a button here. I could have used that time to learn other skills, but hey, it's a surprise. It's great to know, and I think that I've learned quite a bit. But moving back, so yes, you can achieve bokeh with a 3.5 kit lens, and you can also use the button by Sony. Um, but it's not exactly like the hard bokeh where it's really blurred. I think in this video, you can see that the C2 at the back is this bottle is quite blurred compared to this one in front. And I think I have achieved that, but there's apparently something called the hard bokeh, where the background is very blurred. You'd hardly be able to see anything here except for the subject, but that's when you reach the bokeh of like 1.9 or something lower than what I have right now, 3.5. But, and I'm happy to say this, at least I know that if I would want a bokeh effect, Sony gave me this option to just click this and I could get the bokeh effect I want. And that's just one of the few things I have learned in the first month of learning to shoot photography manually. So this isn't manual, this is a smart way to get what I want. And I think what it does is more of the software side, I guess, identifying like the subject, and then the software just blurs out the background. But either way, I think this is an improvement. So this is another example. What I'm doing here is that I am using the adjustment ring on the camera lens to create a bokeh effect wherein I could bring focus to the foreground or the background depending on which one I want to be clearer. And so this is what I learned with ISO. The higher the number for ISO, the brighter the image, but the chance for the image to go grainy. With shutter speed, so if you have a fast shutter speed, you take the photos faster, but there's less light taken in, so the image becomes a bit darker. And with aperture, the lower the number, the bigger the lens openings, you get more light for your photos. Hi, so this is the end of the video. I'm hoping that you enjoyed it. I'm thankful that you've been with me in this journey, and there are a few questions I'd like to answer. So the first one is that, I've learned how to use ISO, I've learned how to use shutter speed, and I've learned how to use the aperture. I can create a bokeh effect. I can adjust now all three settings to be able to get the photo I want. Is this the end of the series? I don't think so. So the truth is that I don't want to end this series with just showing you guys a bunch of pictures and saying, hey, I've learned something, that's the end, thank you for watching. The truth is, I want to showcase more on how I've improved with this photography. So I actually have an Instagram profile dedicated for coffee, and I made another one dedicated for photography. It's on the details below, and if you have time and if you want to see me continue my progress in learning how to shoot manually, all of my uploads are going to be there, and you can just see if I've improved, and you can comment and tell me what I need to learn. For now, what I'm going to do next is that, since I've learned how to shoot manually, and I'm still learning, you can't really say that you've mastered it in just a month. Since I've learned the basics of shooting manually, I'm thinking of moving into shooting videos manually. So I think that's the end goal. So shooting photos manually, shooting videos manually, and maybe after that I would delve into things like composition, lighting, and storytelling. So yep, thank you for joining me in this first month and in this first step of my journey to learning a new skill, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.
I will count. I gonna go.